No, but what CDEC are trying to do is they're trying to make it so first pick Queen of Pain overall in the draft, and it be like countered by either of the two big mid heroes. But now they've actually just banned Queen of Pain first on Vici. It gives them a different ban in the first phase to normal. So I don't understand why Vici have banned Quap first instead of second.
Unless they want a first phase of the puck, but now Phoenix comes in. Mars. Are they going to go Mars AM, like, straight up? Or Mars TB?
We haven't seen Vici, like, really early pick an AM yet, have we? I think TB is something they would do, but AM we haven't seen yet from them. Not to say they can't, but
ooh,
I like this.
And yeah, there's the TB.
Yeah. Even though I think AM's probably the better pick there out of the two, I think they just prefer TB. Like, and because the Morphling's already banned as well, that's like something TB doesn't want to play against either. So now they're just going to ban out 3 core heroes that like TB doesn't want to play against. Like these second bans are going to like zoom through. Because now they have to be thinking like, what is Arma getting here? Like, what do we give him? Like he's looked pretty good on Spectre. He was the one that built Meteor Hammer, right? I think.
He's looked hot and cold on Spectre. I wouldn't say he's looked good on Spectre. There's been games where he's been rubbish, and then games where, like the Meteor Hammer one. Yeah, I give you that rubbish right there. And then he's got games like the one where he picks up Meteor Hammer and destroys. Like, absolutely destroys. Ban the Mirana. Ban the Void Spirit, ban the Ember, so taking away that mid lane control as well as another egg hitter. Naga, Phantom Lancer. I would almost go as far as to say ban the Spectre, right?
It could, but yeah, okay. I think Voids are better, but like they have Phoenix, right, and Void's TV because if you ever get the Crane off onto it, it stops him from sundering. So I don't mind that too much. I think Shadow Demon again is still in the pool. We've talked about this hero with the TB. Like again, it sets up for the Master. Like this is the same opening that we saw earlier, right? From I can't remember which team did it. Was it RNG? I think in game 2 they ended up losing the game, but I think like Shadow Demon just looks really good here. Or they could pick like Oracle as well as another potential for the TB. Mind, but I think the Shadow Demon just works so well with the Mars as well. DOS kind of liked some different vibes too. Like they could go tree if they wanted. Like I don't know how much I like that against Clock.
Maybe Shadow Shaman for really either of these teams. Well, not either of these teams. CDC, not so much. But they go to the Oracle. I would have said anything Vici, but they could still go for it. It doesn't exactly scream PYW to me, though.
Yeah, the only thing I worry about with the Oracle is that if it gets caught by the Clockwork, it doesn't just die because you have the magic resist with Fate's Edict, but like it's really easy to reach the Oracle at the start of the fight with Hookshot, which is what Clockwork's going to have to do every single time. So now what's Edict need? Another hero that can jump at the same time as the Clockwork wants to jump, because they need to effectively go on 2 separate targets, the TB and the Oracle, in a team fight. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to go with. Like, I still think the Spectre's pretty good up against Oracle because then the Clockwork can go on whoever he wants, and the Spectre can be the one that finds the Oracle first. And like something like Slar has been popular in the last couple of days. I don't know how good it's been, but Ursa.
We saw it just get dismantled.
Yeah. Ursa as well is another one that I think has potential here. Ooh.
Early Tide. And Tide was successful against the TB earlier.
And I will say as well, so who with the TB before? When he was against the Tide Hunter? I can't remember who it was. I think it was
Venge?
Was it Venge? Because like it was a stronger laner than Oracle. Like Oracle doesn't do anything to Tide. You get 1 point in Kraken Shell and he goes from like 40 to right-clicking you for like 20 damage.
Against him.
Yeah, against him.
Oh,
I can't remember who was trying to zone the Tide before.
Witch Doctor?
Yeah, like, so imagine the difference in lane Witch Doctor and Oracle. Like, this Oracle is going to be good for the game overall, but this Tide free lane. And it gives them this team fight to match up against the Mars. And you saw in the game earlier today how much TB hates playing against Tide because he has to go for this early BKB. And then whenever he doesn't have the BKB duration, the Savage just goes through. And it's difficult for the TB to deal with. And
I like that PYW Air Shaker, though.
But they pick it into clock. Like, they don't care.
Yeah. And Zeus? But
I actually really like this. I know I said I like the Zeus pick before, but this is really.
Do you go anti-mage here as your one?
You could do, but I don't like AB. I don't know what they pick. Chalice, like the POS one clock. Maybe Arme's gonna play the POS one clock. Amazing.
Oh my god, when he was at 200 ping that game. I don't want to say. I don't think Troll's really gonna work. He played anti-mage against IG, N1, and Naga.
I don't think Troll's bad actually.
No,
A little bit difficult against Oracle because he can just save whoever the Troll ults actually, and he can disarm him as well. But yeah, they're gonna ban it anyway.
What about Weaver?
There's not many here. No, I don't like Weaver against T. I think Weaver just really struggles to out-carry, especially when the TB gets Scardy as well. Like, I know he can just run away, but like can't attack anything. It's really difficult.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look at what he's picked in the past. Luna,
carry Tide, sit and they three.
Stop.
Heard it here first.
Stop.
You get the damage talent at 25. I think it's at 251 for some reason the extra one.
That was weird.
I still
was frozen for a second.
I froze, did you say?
No, we were both frozen.
Oh. I still wouldn't mind Ursa as well. It's not awful.
And then you're dealing with a mid for Vici.
So Vici needs some gap close to get Zeus. That's the most important thing. But I don't know what. Maybe like a Lycan or something. That sounds awful. But it's not an hero. Like Puck's still in the pool. If they wanted that.
Could you Lycan for CDC?
I don't really like Lycan against Mars TB. But it's not awful. Yeah, they banned the Ursa.
They banned the Ursa.
I think they're going to pick Spectre. I think they're going to have Spectre Zeus, and they've got Hookshot from long range away. They just have this really massive global presence. If he plays Nature's Prophet as well, I think that's potential. Oh yeah, we just saw this last game. Like, why did I completely forget about this hero? I don't think it's amazing, but it allows them to play this tempo game. And the Zeus is the one that counters the TB this game. It's not the Wraith King that is supposed to be doing that. Like the Zeus with all his burst damage constantly coming through is the main hero here for CDEC. So this is why I think it's really important they pick a hero that can actually find the Zeus in fights and like try and pick him off. I maybe Storm Reedy like Ember and Void Spirit are both
it's greedy,
banned.
but where's your control for a Storm? Wraithfire Blast? Like TA?
Okay, yeah. That's nice. That's a nice pick actually. Because they don't have
takes over the game.
Yeah, like this Zeus doesn't deal with lane either. Like the charges just are so difficult to get through on Zeus. Like last game you saw, the last Zeus game we saw, it was when he was playing against the OD in mid, and he was like constantly lightning bolting, right? And chipping away at his HP and things. It doesn't work against TA because of the refraction charges. And so Ori should absolutely dominate this lane. And I look at this and I'm thinking like, I don't know which lane they lose on Vici. I think TB should just trade against Tide. like Tide's going to be a big problem, but I think TB still ends up getting some farm at least and can just go back to the jungle anyway. I think they win mid.
Yeah.
I think they're like offlane's not amazing, like, but they have this Shaker Mars combo and they can still kill people. Like they Fissure, they can spear onto the Fissure. And I'm interested to see how much work Victoria can get done on this Clockwork, because like a lot of these heroes are really immobile on Vici. So like if he ever catches any of them with a hook shot, a lot of them are quite easy to kill, like with a +1. So I think his rotations around the map around like the level 6 mark are going to be super important.
I think this TA with a proper lane, and really not even with a proper lane, because it feels like TA can get anything done at all times, can just blow up some of these heroes.
Yeah, like if she gets like a good blink death timing, they're going to go crazy on Vici. Like they get the first Roche as well for the Aegis.
Yeah.
But I will say TB and TA both need a little bit of time to come online and farm. Like the TA wants blink really before she becomes massively active. I mean, she can go blink first if she wants to fight, but the TB just wants to be jungling as well. And this Earthshaker's a little bit greedy. Like it's quite slow in the game. Like you want the blink up before you start, you know, taking huge engagements. So I'm a little in that sense, but I think because their lanes are so much, like I think they're better, it shouldn't make a difference. It's Orchestra Hit versus Moo, by the way. Love that.
I think they want you to reconnect, Mo. So let's see how they can play this. Ami's going to be up against Yang in this lane, and they've got PYW, who's played really well on this Earthshaker in the past. I'm wondering if they'll keep the Earthshaker here. They've got DY near, so Fortune's End, Fissure, with the God's Rebuke, maybe put some problems here for CDEC. Instead he goes after the Clockwork.
The battle begins.
They're just trying to secure their routes. Yeah. They get both ones on the top side for Vici. So. I love these voice chat. They're doing so well, actually. Oh no, I can see both the top bounty runes. Oh no. For me, it's probably not the same for any of you, but I hate when that bug happens.
I don't know if the observer sees it the same way you do, though.
No, they don't. What a disaster. Oh, dude. XM's had a really good level 1 mid.
We'll see what he's able to accomplish with this TA.
This is the easiest point in the lane, though, for the Zeus when they're both level 1. Because he doesn't have the refraction yet, and now the bonus damage is going to be coming through. BYW actually gets the courier kill, though. I love what Victoria's doing here, right? So he's basically just saying, I'm going to zone the Shaker, and then you, Wraithing, can 1v1 a Mars. Which, like, is... They should both just farm, really. Like...
So things so far, at least for the Mars and the TA are going well. Eurus getting pressured pretty heavily. He doesn't have Metamorphosis anymore, so that certainly doesn't feel that great.
No, he didn't have a good first meta, did he? Which is like a big problem.
No.
Because like I said, they're pretty well against him, and there's not much DY can do on this Oracle. So now he's in a position where without the meta, because he didn't have a good time before, it's going to be even worse now. He's laning against 2 heroes that both do well against him.
Fortune's End. Just a quick little throw out right there. Can TB try to trade a little bit better here against SRF?
He can't. It's tied with Kraken Shell Anchor Smash. If he ever gets the Anchor Smash on you, you're not trading with him. Like, it's impossible. He just the damage reduction is so high because yeah, like he loses 18 damage, and then he starts hitting for 43. Like it's not enough.
Jeez.
PYW is getting chased down here by the clock, but yeah. If battery shot's level 2, then maybe he can do something. But and again, this is what I'm talking about, by the way. There's another new Wraith King build. Like, he doesn't level stun this time because he knows that there isn't really much kill potential in this lane. So he kind of wants to maximize his jungle timing, I would assume. And just go for like a 0-2-4 most likely.
And it's off.
Meanwhile, Ori's doing a really good job at 19-3 over mid. XM trying to rip through this refraction. Not like there's a lot of mana, though, available for TA at the moment. We'll have one more refraction.
She'll have a mango.
Courier coming mid. Yeah, Mango, no bottom.
Oh no, T is bottle though.
No.
She's just gonna go. She'll go for like a value blightstone or something at some point, and just flash down the door. You don't need the bottle on TA. Just bring out mangoes if you need them.
I just know Ori likes controlling the runes, having that pressure.
Mm-hmm. It's a different kind of hero though to a lot of the other ones he plays. Like these like Lenas and Pucks and things that he loves. I don't know if he still plays Lena.
Yeah.
Oh, bot lane tight. Ooh. Got pretty low to the meta. But... So this Oracle level 3 is when the hero really starts to hurt because the level 2 the level 2 Purifying Flames does a lot more damage, and like you can purge it off shade and then have another one. Like you have a lot more kill potential.
Yeah, the Oracle. Big kill steal in the early parts of these games if you're not too careful.
Dude, big kill steal
because of how much it does.
Big kill steal at all point. That's the
yeah.
That's the Oracle way.
Usually see an Oracle with like 9 kills.
Oh, he actually stun on Wraith
Zeus.
King. I'm really
Ooh.
surprised.
Both Ori and XM were low, and they do get the kill onto Ori. XM takes some damage from the tower, but he's able to get one last lightning bolt off to finish off Ori, and it was going so well for him before. But unfortunately, gets caught without any mana, so he's unable to get the refraction back up.
They're gonna get 4 bounty runes as well on CDEC
Radiant's middle
at the
tower
5-minute mark.
is
That's
under
crazy.
attack.
That would be a tribute.
Wow.
I feel like that shouldn't happen. Like in AIM ever, right? Like their mid lane is dead and they lose 4 bounty runes.
That's certainly not a good feeling at all. But only 1-0, not terrible. Like, everybody's still laning really well for the side of Vici. Despite the death, DY gets back. You've got Ori sitting here at 32-7. He's now level 6, so he's got the traps to work with. XM's also 6, so you do have the Thunder God's Wrath. They're going to go in on a Yang, or at least try Battery Assault Totem, so that keeps Victoria back, and the God's Rebuke will push him even further away.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Eurus, how's he doing? 29-4 into this Metamorphosis. He's ahead of SRF for the moment. No casual Blightstone right now for TA. I'm surprised. I feel like Blightstone's very early. Like a very early pick. Getting Ame. DY makes that rotation, helps to get this kill into the Skeleton King. Even at 1 apiece. Eurus, though, he's getting low. Doesn't have Sunder. And the Gush hits. So a little bit of minus armor. Oh! With the Thunder God's Wrath, Eurus still able to survive just under this tower. You wish he was a 6 right now. PYW the only thing defending Eurus, and he'll finally TP out of the lane. So PYW juking this through the trees. Battery Assault, SRF, Anchor Smash. And there's the Rocket Flare for the finishing touch. DY now comes over, Purifying Flames as well as the Fortune's End, but you've already lost the Earthshaker, so not a lot of value there. However, Yang, he's farming up and getting experience by himself.
Yeah, I don't know. This TV like is going to start to really struggle down here now. Like with the threat of the Ravage is coming soon, right? And he has Helm of Dom coming up. Like he's only 200 gold or so short. I think that this moment here is like Eurus is going to be able to sit in this lane until the Helm of Dom comes out. And even then, like this Tide just does so much damage with Anchor Smash, like all the damage reduction.
They're gonna go for SRF though. Eurus continuing forward, Purifying Flames. Now he's starting to heal. So they'll just push him out of the lane and continue to allow this TV to form.
Like this Helm of Iron Will just heals so much and it gives him so much armor. Mid lane as well. This Mars is coming over here. They really want to make a play on the trap, potentially. They catch XM in the arena. Throw the spear. Okay. I think he's dead.
Zeus. Yeah. Big kill there. Ori going Blink Dagger first. I'm surprised. You know, usually you'll see like Deso first, but I guess he's working more so going for the positioning. Victoria, Yang still here. Spear. Oh, what?
Oh. I think he has some meld.
That would think that hit, but yeah, he's got the trap. He'll get the slow, and the Melted Strike finally finishes him off. So 3-2 in favor of Vici.
Yeah, and Ori is actually going Blink first, which now you know how this game's going. Like it's going pretty well for him, right? Like this Blink first is going to do so much work because it allows him to just jump on the Zeus first every single fight.
Yeah.
Said is going to be their big issue.
Usually you'll see like Deso or Blink. Sometimes I've even seen like Blink BKB.
Dude, the best one is when they go Ags first. That's the real like Chad play.
Oh my god. I've never seen that first.
Oh, it's so good.
And I'm the one who talks about Ags all the time.
Yeah.
TB Ags this game?
Don't start this. I'm going to scream. I don't feel safe.
Radiant's bottom tower.
TV's going to try and push this top tier 1 in a little bit here. See Yang trying to wrap around to find James as well, but
how long does he have left? About half duration on the Metamorphosis. They're going to lose their bottom tier 1, so he really needs to put the pressure on this top tier 1.
Yeah, really nice rotation by Arme on the Wraith King. And I actually think they can keep going here. Like, I don't know who's supposed to come bot and stop this push. The only problem is, like, these tier 2s are so strong. Arena. There's no die.
James? Oh, does Roche steal it? I thought for a second he might. That would have been pretty sad.
So, the laning stage has not gone as well for the Radiant side as I thought it would. This Wraith King seems to have still been getting a decent amount of farm. Like this... Wait, who did I say was having the better laning stage? I can't even remember. I think I said Radiant. Yeah, because the Oracle couldn't zone out the Tide was my point before. Yeah, like, so this Helm of Dom is now on the Tide. Like they've done much better than I thought they would. Like this Tide did really well bot lane. Arme's just free farming the jungle. Yes, this TV's like pushing the top tier 1 stuff and it's annoying and your Zeus is dying, but he's still getting farm. Like I think he's gonna get.
But I think that stops the second you've got an opportunity to jump on him, because now you've got this Blink Dagger, and it's not going to be a long time until TA gets this Deso. TA is just a natural, it's just such a naturally fast farmer.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, normally it doesn't take the TA long, but that's also probably going to include a couple of kills, or usually includes a couple of kills, because you go for this Blink Dagger just to get that jump.
I think the big problem that CDEC have is that Victoria's still level 4 and there's no tome because Phoenix took it. So like we talked about how important this hookshot was going to be with finding rotations early on because they're so immobile on Vici. But it's not going to be coming out for ages. Like he's 3/4 of the way to level 5 at 12 minutes in.
And one thing to note though, PYW, he's almost got his Blink Dagger.
Oh wow. He's really farmed.
Yeah. And now they've got the Fissure, like, Zeus is just dead.
Yeah.
And that's going to push Ori even closer to the Desolator, and PYW too, closer to that Blink.
They need to make sure they're killing the Zeus whenever they can, though. It's like the same as before, where Zeus is the big worry for the TB. And all these illusion carry heroes in general, right? Like the damage that comes through from Zeus in this burst is crazy. So if they every time they kill the Zeus, they're delaying this Ag's timing, which, like the last Zeus game we saw, is the big moment that they're waiting for. Like they can get pickoffs with hook shot into the Nimbus and everything. Like there's so much catch. And
Not only that, but you're going blink on Zeus first, I think.
Surely he doesn't go blink before Ags. It's not an awful blink game, but like, I don't know. I think like that's halfway to an Ags, right?
Yeah. I don't think you have to. I don't think you go for that. And there's the blink dagger for the Earthshaker.
Are they going to try and smoke here then on Vici? I mean, PYW always, like, already, sorry, has one on him, so they might just look to go here. I'd like to see him and Yang play together. I think it's the big one. And the thing is, because PYW has Blink as well, it doesn't force Yang to go for this really early Blink like we've seen from other Mars players this tournament.
Yeah.
Like, they tend to go for, like, Phase Boots, Soul Ring, Blink a lot of the time. Or, like, Tread, Soul Ring, Blink. Whichever one they choose. But this time, yeah, they're not reliant on his initiation. So he can just be a little bit more greedy and go for this pipe. And when you're playing against the Zeus,
Dire's
having pipe
bottom
is
tower
really nice.
Under attack.
Ori committed bottom. Gets the blink out. They're looking for the hook shot. There's the rocket flare. It hits. So now nobody's going to be able to get over on this. Ori will try to fight a little bit. Wraithfire Blast comes in as well as the Sunray. They'll get the kill on Ori. They'll take him out. They almost lose Victoria. And meanwhile, Vici, they're, searching through the jungle. They don't find anything.
Yeah, but that's the first hook shot, and I'm so glad they managed to get like the biggest kill on the map with it. That was very much needed for CDEC.
He's dead for so long.
This Wraith King's massive though. Like Arme's just been slowly like just doing his own thing the whole time.
He is, but I don't know if that's enough. Like, they're gonna be able to rip through him soon enough.
And they find PYW up in the top lane.
Oh, he's far up by himself.
Did he? He didn't even get the kill on Except.
Yeah.
What?
Even I like a
Unless they're worried that maybe there's more heroes coming to protect the Shaker afterwards and they want to take a fight, but that's the only thing I can think of. Maybe he is going Blink first on Zeus. Okay.
Certainly looks like that could be a possibility. He's not too far off of it, but that just puts you behind on your axe, and I don't know if that's the timing you want to be going for.
But if he manages to stay alive by using the Blink, then it's 100% worth it. Because like the Blink at that point is going to have more impact than 2 parts of an axe, right? It's just whether he can utilize that Blink to a high enough level. And it's the top ranked guy in China, so you'd hope so.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not going to utilize a Blink properly, who is?
Heralds?
True.
You think they do?
Heralds
right?
are pretty good at Dota, dude. Because you never know what they're going to do because they don't know what they're going to do.
So this will be Blink, Deso, BKB most likely for the TA, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
And TB's almost got this Manta. So I'd like to see Vici be ready to fight with this Blink Echo. I don't know if they've shown off the Blink yet. He's been kind of hiding.
Yeah, but he had that one death down in the bot lane and he's been like, okay, I'm just going to farm my death soap before I go now.
Wraith King forward. I don't know if you want to be there. Strike comes in, and there's the fissure hookshot on the back lines, but they're going to lose the first life from this Wraith King.
And they have the spear to
Victoria's
follow
not
up.
doing enough damage on the PYW. They have the spear. They'll follow it up. They'll get the second life away from Ame. And now
Ravage?
Supernova? Ravage comes in. Is the Supernova still going to pop? It might. Yes, it does. Now Ori's in trouble. Thunder God's Wrath gets the finishing blow, and they're going to look for the rest. False promise, though. Sunder, SRF's dead. Moving in on that TB was a mistake.
What is SRF doing? Does he think TB just hasn't skilled Sunder by level 12? I don't know. Like, that's insane. You should be happy that you get the TA kill there. I think you just run away afterwards. But they've used so much for it, right? Like, they lose Arme as well, who's like their big core that's been farming really well. Arme just got a little bit ahead of his team there. They kind of need to, like, let the Wraith King... If the Wraith King dies at the same time Egg goes off and then the Ravage comes before the Wraith King's second life, right? That's like the perfect case for them. Because they'll have used spells to kill off the Wraith King's first life that they won't then have for further on. If they need to make sure all their skills are coming out together, and it's just not at the moment.
They also still never used Echo Slime in that fight. So it's available if they want to continue forward. And they might.
Okay. He's going Ags first on Zeus, by the way. Changed his mind. I think that's good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Protect the egg that way.
It's not just the egg, it's the pick-off potential in general as well.
Yeah.
With like hook shot, they've got oh hang on, here we go. Oh, they don't have any way of stopping the blink. He was trapped as well in between the Fisher and the clock.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
The problem they'll have now on I keep trying to say RNG as well on CDEC is that they don't have Ravage now for another 45 seconds either. So like they're just going to keep losing fights here until that Ravage is up. Like they need their combo and they need the Zeus Ags as well. He's getting close, but it's not quite there yet.
Yang is right here, Arena, and you're dead. Like, there's nothing you can do, XM.
Imagine if he had a blink, dude.
And there's the Deso. So BKB's got to be queued up next. Yeah, there it is for Ori. You've got the Deso. You can Rosh. You don't have Zeus. I don't know how you fight this.
They just do it so quickly. Like they have Rocket Flare and hook shot, so maybe they can scout it. But I mean, Victoria's so far away.
DUI needs to step outside the pit and try and block this hook shot.
Yeah, they have the trap as well. He's gonna go for this.
Yeah, he's not got it. It was close. Supernova, there's the Ravage. They'll get the cone to PYW. Still doesn't get this Echo Slime off. Ori on the back lines throws the trap down. Supernova pops. There's the Sunder. False Promise used on DY. They'll get the first life out of the hands of this Ame Wraith King. SRF, he's moving forward, but what do you have to really offer in this? Spear, purged off, Kraken Shell, so SRF still running. Eventually, Ori will have another trap to slow you down. However, they're not going to go and chase.
Yeah, this Oracle's doing so much work in the fights as well. He's 0-0-2. Like, it doesn't feel like it, but the disarms are coming out on the Wraith King. Like, there's the magic resistance coming out on people before the Ravage hits. Like, there's the raw save, and if this Oracle doesn't die in fights, it comes back to this point, like, if the save hero doesn't die first, it's so difficult to kill the cores that you want to kill. And like
that was also Ravage for what? Nothing. They didn't get anything out of it.
They lost the Roche as well. Like the Ravage came out, but the egg came out at the same time. But the egg stun didn't hit anybody after the Ravage because they'd all like just I don't know what the word is, just like left the fight.
And if you watched Ori, he stayed at the deepest part of the pit. Like he did the math. Supernova went off like here, and he's standing here as far enough away. He didn't. I don't think he got stunned by it.
No, nobody got stunned.
Yeah. So this is a little bit better where SRF now has a blink to set up that Ravage. They still have to get the proper setup though, and if the BKB gets picked up by Ori, then he's just fine. And well, I'm surprised Eurus is getting a little bit greedy with this. He's going into the Scotty.
I think if the game was going a bit worse for them, he'd go BKB first. But because it's not, he's going for Skadi. The problem he's going to have is now is that XM's about to hit the Ags. Yeah, he's just got the gold for it. And he almost killed the courier there, just as it was at the shop. So now the Ags is coming, it's like, well, can they punish the lack of BKB on the Terrorblade? My problem is that if they don't kill the Oracle at the same time as they're going on the TB, then it's going to be like insanely difficult because the magic just comes out with the Fate's Edict. And then the Zeus isn't doing any damage to him anyway.
Silver Edge, Ags, both picked up at the same time here. But look at where Ori is in terms of getting this BKB. And Eurus is very close to the Scotty, so it's going to come down to DY and his positioning, and so far, so good. He's going Guardian Greaves on Oracle? Jesus.
Wow. I thought he might get like 4 stuff or something, but
That's so ambitious.
It really is.
Does he even get that? Although Phoenix, he has a lot of gold. He's going for Shivas.
Yeah, he's quite farmed actually. They have the Veil on the Phoenix as well, which amps up the Zeus's damage, and they want to use this Axe reveal here. And they can use the Thunder God's Wrath to scout at the start of the fight, just to see where everybody is. Like, there's Blink Ravage
He's the
up
one
as well.
closest. Need to be
Look
careful.
where DY is though. Like, he has to be the one that dies first.
They're gonna go for PYW. Has he got an echo?
Nice, they got him.
Ravage comes in. That was a good blink. They'll get the kill on the DY. So now they're another false promise, but the blink away from Ori. He TP's out, as does Eurus. That's a lot used again just to get supports.
I think CDEC is so far behind them that they have to take whatever they can get. And the fact they found DY there was incredible. Like, he tried to go in to save the Shaker, but was just out of range, and then all of a sudden, like, the Tide sees him, and he's like, I am going to murder you. There's
I will
many...
say PYW is playing forward with, you know, and he hasn't been able to get it off in Echo Slime yet.
Yeah. I think they were trying to bait him out, though. Like, they didn't know that the Zeus had Ags, so... They thought they could break the Shaker and just take the fight with the Mars and everybody.
Is he really going to go for this? Oh, alright. They'll get the kill there on a Victoria.
Can they find more, though? Oh, he Shadow Bladed it on Wraith.
They wanted it on Wraith King, but they just never found him. Or the arena was a little off.
I'm still not sure how I feel about these Silver Edge builds on Wraith King. Like, I understand it's a really good item, but... And it's like such a nice build up as well, because all the items are so small. Like, you're not ever saving up for one big item. Like, with the old Silver Edge, you had to get the Ultimate Orb, and sometimes it took ages to farm. Whereas now you can just go for, like, this casual Blitz Knuckles for 35 attack speed, and it feels really good. But, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Armlet AC or something was always really good, like Armlet Deso as well. But he needs the armor this game more than anything. So I thought he might go for, like, AC first or something before the Silver Edge. Or, like, at least go Shadow Blade into AC. They found Phoenix top as well.
Phoenix.
Is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
You're going to grab this tier 2. There's really no way to stop him. Eurus, he's got Metamorphosis, so do they continue? He's got double damage.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They smoke.
I think they want to wait for the second Roche before they go high ground again. Like, they want the next Aegis. But yeah, they are the much stronger team at the moment, and they know that Ravage is still on cooldown for a little bit longer, so they might try and find somebody just before. I like this smoke though, just moving across the map.
I'm surprised usually when you see this lack of presence from the other team, you just throw Thunder God's Wrath out. And he hasn't done that yet. Now they've got themselves around Ame.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, this is a real problem for him. Fissure, and
Ravage
that's the first life gone. They need
Tide's
to be
coming
careful.
over.
He is, but I don't think he's going to be here in time.
Oh, I love the death animation from the TB thing.
And you just lost your Wraith King twice, and there was no real pushback from CDC.
Lack of armor, Beacon. Unfortunately, when the TA is going to be hitting you with -8 armor reduction from the meld, and -6 from the Desolator, and you lose 14 armor, that's all your armor gone on Wraith King, pretty much. Like, and when the TB's smashing you away as well with all the physical damage with a DD, like... I don't know. Has he got BKB on TB now as well? Oh my god, he does.
Yeah, and Mars is about to have his.
Dire's
I don't know
middle
what they're
tower
afraid
is
of
under
anymore.
attack.
Like, the only physical damage is to the Wraithian. He can't fight into TBTA.
On the edge of the fissure, Victoria's
Dire's
TP
bottom
stopped.
tower is under attack.
He's got nowhere to go. Hook
Well,
shot,
okay.
but eventually you're still gonna die. Fortune's End coming in, Rocket Flare is there, but DY, of course, with Purifying Flames takes the kill.
Oh, XM top! Almost gets caught there in the arena. Unfortunate by Yang. Yang's so good at this hero, by the way. I have no idea how Vici always managed to find this hero.
Dire's bottom tower is under
But this is a
attack.
problem when there's two bans now. Like, maybe Yang just plays Mars every game for the rest of his life.
Potentially. Wouldn't be against it.
Orbital destruction for TA, as if they didn't have enough minus armor already. Good stuff. Unless they give it to TB. Okay, fair enough.
And grabs his BKB. So all 3 of your cores have BKBs at 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm. What are they scared of?
Yeah.
Is there a
Nothing.
reason to be scared? Oh, James on the Phoenix.
Yeah, but they're gonna bring over the Gush. BKB's been popped. Supernova, they just don't have what it takes to kill it. Hookshot comes in, now the
He's so
Supernova
tanky,
pops.
though.
Yang, he's tanky, but they get the kill on a PYW. PYW again, I don't think he's gotten an Echo Slam off all game. I'm gonna say it
Yeah.
again.
Did he just solo die to a Wraith King?
Yeah. Well,
thing
no,
is-
Nimbus was down.
The thing is that if that arena goes down and there's like anybody within touching distance, then the Phoenix just dies, and then the fight's completely different because the egg doesn't go off. And now Wraith King's almost finished this AC, so he's actually going to have armor to work with.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's pretty big.
Boom, there it goes.
The problem is he's the only core that's dealing physical damage. And he's the only core that can hit towers, like... And that in itself is an issue. Oh, Orchid on Ori.
Yeah. I mean, he's got the 3 things he needs, and he's going into the Bloodthorn, so... Just need to be playing more so as a team. They're still up 8,000. I mean, they really shouldn't be scared of much.
I think they're going to give the telescope to the Zeus there as well. Yeah, they are. He's had this Philosopher's Stone for so long.
Finally on to bigger, brighter pastures.
Well, that's a dead helm with dumb crit.
Quick 200 gold for Ori. He's trying to get into the Bloodthorn SRF. He's on the high ground. Yang. Blink forward. Arena. Oh!
I think you
Misses
have to
it.
use the God's Rebuke before the arena there, just to cancel the blink.
Shot on the PYW again. Is he not going to be allowed to use
Oh, he's up on the high
Echo
ground.
Slam? He's not fine there.
What? He's like, why am I there? He's pinging the ground. Right, now this Wraith King hurts.
I mean, Vici, albeit up 8,000, they haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they've tried to do things, but Yang keeps like accidentally missing spears or like missing arenas.
Radiant's middle tower is
Like, he's
under
trying to make
attack.
things happen. It's not that they're not, but he does have buyback on Shaker. I don't think he's going to have to use it though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
With flair.
I don't think they can do this. Surely
It's going to
not.
be close. And they really shouldn't just give it up, that's for sure. Fortune's End comes in. Spot the Wraith King. Yang blinks in, gets the arena down. SRF blinks away, so that's going to leave the Wraith King very vulnerable. SRF's almost going to be forced to pop the Ravage from the opposite side of this arena. Knights look
Instead
over. The
again.
Nimbus is out on the PYW. The force stay away. They get the kill on the Ame. They look over at SRF. BKB pop by Yang, as well as Ori and Eurus. They grab themselves the Aegis out onto the TA. SRF moving forward. Eurus, he's stunned up thanks to the Supernova, but of course you've got the False Promise. So into the Sunder they go. They get the kill on the Victoria. They're going to look to the rest. Oh, looking for the TP.
Nice
PYW
shot.
comes over, and he's still holding the Echo. They'll get the kill on the XM. Now they'll look over at James, who stopped his TP.
Oh, the slow.
And he's going to die here. 4 kills for the side of Vici.
Is under attack.
As soon as you get hit by that
Radiant's bottom
Scardy
tower
once,
is under attack.
you're not running anymore. Yeah, and I think I'm really surprised they tried to go and force that Roche fight there.
Radiant's
seems pretty
bottom
crazy
tower
to me.
has fallen.
Like, you want to be getting the Blink initiation with, like, the Ravage, because otherwise they pop all their
Dire's middle
BKBs and the
tower
Tide feels
is under
useless.
attack.
Like, especially because they're all long
Dire's
BKB
structures
durations.
are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
Like, DY's not dying in these fights. Like, the only time he died was that top fight before. And you saw, like, he just saves the TV and he sunders. And then, what do? Like, the Fate's Edict has been just as good as the False Promise this game, with how much he's been doing. They'll probably look to take the last tier 2 here down in the bot lane and then just try and end the game, I imagine.
Yeah, bounty's available still. Bottom side of the map.
On a side note, do you remember when we talked about these Greaves on DUI?
Mm-hmm. He's got them.
Just finished them, yeah.
To be fair, we did mention that like 25 minutes ago.
He's got spider legs as well, I didn't realise. And he's playing against Clockwork, like... That's incredible. That's like the best item you can find on a support against Clockwork. That it doesn't have like a blink or anything. Get out the cogs. Get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
Are you a Monopoly fan?
Yeah. I actually played the other day. I won.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I bet you cheated. Stealing money from the bank, didn't you?
Nope. It was on tabletop sim. I can't do that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you can't steal money from the bank when you owe them so much Kinder eggs anyway.
Yeah. That is very true.
Owe them so many.
They've got everything
Radiant
up. I mean, they have the
scanning.
Aegis. They should be ready to just move on
Yeah,
and go.
they were waiting for the meta to come off cooldown again, I think, before they look to go again. And TV has DD bottled as well.
Oh
So
dear.
I can only see this next fight going one way, I'll be honest.
Unless the Ravager was to be perfect. I'm surprised that XM's holding the Thunder God's Wrath as much as he
Dire's
does.
middle
I
barracks are
would
under attack.
like to think that
Dire's
Zeus
middle
is
barracks has fallen. Dire
usually
are
let it
scanning.
fly almost every time they think pressure's out on the map. It's not the worst cooldown, 90 seconds.
I don't know, because the thing is, if he doesn't save the Thunder God's Wrath for the fight, they're not winning the fight. Like, they need all the damage they can get because they're so far behind. Like, I get that point that they want to gain the information off the map and things, but I think that works better when you're playing from, like, from ahead. And they're going to just probably try and take this bot tier 2 here. Why? I don't know where Eurus is going. They really want to fight, by the looks of it, actually.
What a bounty!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe
I
they
want to see
saw...
a fight where PYW uses Echo Slam.
Yeah.
How does he not use that skill yet?
Saving it for the
And you
next
got a
game.
Blink Dagger so early.
But this is the thing, they picked the Shaker into the Clockwork and the Phoenix, like this Zeus and everything. Like they have so much blink cancelling like potential.
Bounty!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Also, who's he
Dire's
supposed to
bottom
Echo
tower has
Slam?
fallen.
Tide can just break it with the Kraken Shell. Like he doesn't really want to Echo Slam Wraith King on his first life, and Zeus is so far back. What's he gonna like Echo Slam a Phoenix, I guess, is probably the best thing he can do to stop him getting the egg off.
He's gonna get a 5-man Echo. Come on.
I'm really shocked they didn't try and end the game with that Aegis though. It's like gone in 20 seconds here.
And the double damage.
Well, they tried to find a fight, like with the double damage, but I thought they might just try and force the high ground with the Aegis. But they're giving them a lot of respect.
What shot is this?
Oh, another double damage. Cool.
Refresher. Oh. Okay.
Who bought
Refresher?
Refresher? Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah, okay. Double Nimbus is pretty scary when you have the lightning bolt midi stun.
Get the Venn diagram going, and all of a sudden. This is gonna be scary from Ori too when he's got the 25 meld bash.
I think Arme has to buy out for an item here. I think if he saves buyback, there's no way they win the fight. Like, they're so far behind already. They need every
He
single
buys
fight
out on
they can get.
BKB, but
Yeah.
like 25 is gonna be here for TA, so you're just gonna get that meld strike bash.
But, like, the BKB doesn't even save him massively because they have so much physical damage anyway. It's to basically to stop him from like being caught by the arena and the spear, which has been the big problem for him so far, and getting disarmed by the Oracle as well. Actually,
Radiant are
we're gonna smoke up here though. Both teams. This might be the last hurrah potentially for CDEC.
And they look, but they don't find anybody. Both teams, and again, like, you've got the refresher. Why aren't, if you want that information, Thunder God's Wrath, right?
Again, it's the same thing. They need all the damage they can in the fight.
I guess.
Like if they're reading the game anyway, they kind of know where they are already.
Blink Arena comes through. SRF, he's speared up. The hook shot on the back line as well as Nimbus. BYW finally gets himself the BKB off. Ame in some trouble. They'll take the first life. They look over at Ame once again. Echo Sive all the way over. PYW survives with the Thunder God's Wrath coming in. And now the Ravage, the blink away from PYW. He'll survive. Supernova's down.
Like
Fissure on the 2. They're going to let the Supernova go and probably reinitiate off that. Or he's already making the move in. Blink with the shots coming through. And down goes James. He's the only one who's dead. Dominating for Ori.
how did the Tide die? I thought he got broken, it said. And I thought somebody had a Silver Edge, but did he just die?
I think so. No, the Arena came in and the Spear. They controlled him.
No, but he died so quickly, though.
Yeah.
Like, because he can crack and shell off the Spear. It must have just been the whole, like, all the minus armor that came through. I don't know.
Still holding Echo Slam. Ame? That's...
You need to take risks, though. I actually quite like this.
Yeah.
Oh, if he gets the stun...
Is he going to get it? Yang, he's got the Spear. He's going to survive. False Promise is there. DY once again. Fortune Zen hits. So now, Mars is just able to leave.
I respect that from Ame, though. Like,
And he's still looking.
Yeah. He needs to take them by surprise, because if these 5-on-5s ever break out, then they have the advantage on Vici because they'll be set up and ready. Whereas if you try and like take one of them by surprise, like they're gonna be like, "Oh god, like what do we do?" That's a spell prison for the TV, by the way. Really good item. 12 plus all attributes, and it reduces the cooldown of your meta. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Oh, another double damage.
3 in a row.
Right, if we get this far in the game, chat, press 1 for Metamorphosis attack range, press 2 for Sunder cooldown. I feel like we do this every time and people are always wrong. And I always get it wrong as well.
Dagon, not Dagon.
Bounty.
Always wrong.
Tomato, tomato.
Where?
This game, I don't know if it really matters, but might as well. Attack range, right? You got the Satanic, you're already good.
That's what I'd guess as well. But because he has the Oracle, I don't think he's so reliant on the Sunder in fights.
IX Blessing, give that to Ori. Get a trap down.
Give it to TB.
That's true.
Axe TB. I've heard it's really good. I can't remember who said it, but
And those are the facts. If he doesn't pick it up, I'm actually going to be so annoyed.
dude, this TD with the Bloodthorn, I swear she's dying.
Hook shot comes in, that's going to hit, as well as the Ravage. But now they need a follow-up. BKB's been popped by Yang as well as the rest. They go after SRF. Got the damage to kill off the Tide Hunter. Ori taking a lot of damage, but there's the false promise coming in from DUI, so he's not zoned out enough. Supernova on the edge of the fight, but they get the kill into Victoria. Now they look over as Ame will not survive, as Supernova just ends up being a bit too late.
I mean, DY is just not dying.
The GG.
Like, yeah, the game's over. If it goes back to this point, if DY's not dying in fights, nobody's dying. Like, he's just sitting on the edge of the pit, and they don't have vision of him. And he's just getting every single one of his spells off, and it just keeps him in the game. Like, they're already 33k behind, but if you can't find this jump, like, on any of your heroes onto the Oracle, then it's impossible. But really well played by Vici in general. Like, I think the laning stage went really well. Like, Eurus did much